Hello, everyone. I want to thank everyone for joining me on this fine Wednesday rainy day. How is everybody doing? Today's show is P. Diddy, the Selective Outrage, Where is Metoo? For the past 6 months, we have all heard on the news about one woman, Casey Ventura, who filed a civil lawsuit against P. Diddy, and the lawsuit was settled in 24 hours, opening the floodgates of hell for P. Diddy. And just exactly who is P. Diddy? Sean Love Combs, born Sean John Combs, November 4th, 1969, also known by his stage name Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and Diddy, is an American rapper, record producer, entrepreneur, music executive, and actor. He was born in Harlem and raised in Mount Vernon, New York. Combs worked as a talent director at Uptown Records before founding his own record label, Bad Boy Records, in 1993. Bad boys. Hey. Combs has been credited with the discovery and the cultivation of artists such as the Notorious Big, Mary J. Blige, Usher, Justin Bieber, and Mace. So, right now, what you will be listening to is the breakdown of Cassie's lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs.
Is a performer and executive of rape, physical abuse, and sex trafficking. The singer Cassie says the incidents occurred throughout her 10-year relationship with Combs. Her suit was filed under a law that allows alleged sexual offense victims to file past the statute of limitations. Cassie says she wanted to speak out.
Buddy, we're going to try this one more time. Let's go.
Homes. First, it was filed under a law that allows alleged sexual offense victims to file past the statute of limitations. Cassie says she wanted to speak out before that law expires next week. Mr. Combs has denied all the allegations. For more, let's bring in entertainment attorney Dante Mills. So, Dante, thanks for being with us. Cassie has signed with that label when she was just 19, and Sean Combs was 37. What's alleged to have happened after that?
Thank you for having me, Catherine. So in this lawsuit, I just wanted to be clear, this is a civil lawsuit. This is not a criminal lawsuit. There's no chance here as we stand for Sean Combs to go to jail. It's a civil lawsuit about money. And the claim is that during their relationship, he was physically abusive, that he required or demanded that she perform certain sexual acts with other people while he was there, and that he, in fact, raped her shortly before she left him. She said she did not want to have sexual relations with him, and he forced himself on her. That's the basis of this lawsuit and why it's moving forward. Now, you were right to talk about the fact that this lawsuit was brought in New York, because these things happened years ago. So the statute of limitations is gone most places, but in New York, they had this law where they opened it up for a year and said, if you're a survivor of sexual assault, you have a year to bring your claim, and that expires next week, November 23rd of this year.
Okay, so you've handled several high-profile cases. What would your defense strategy look like?
Absolutely. I have a lot of high-profile clients, and the first thing that comes to mind when we get these lawsuits in, not just of this nature, but any of them, is that the people are about money. This is a civil lawsuit, and at the end of the day, Cassie would receive money if she wins. So the first defense is always going to be that these claims are made up, that they're exaggerated, that none of this happened. She simply wants money. She knows that Sean Combs has it, and she wants a piece of it. That's the first and most natural defense.
So Cassie's legal team, how are they going to handle questions about why she stayed in the relationship as long as she did and then waited so long to report the allegations?
Absolutely. That's a tough issue, because when you're in a relationship for that long, sometimes things build up where you go in and you're being wined and dined and everything is good, and gradually things get worse. So if I'm on her team as her attorney, I'm making it clear that that's what happened here, that the relationship started out good, but gradually it got worse and worse to the point that she was caught in this vicious cycle. She was caught under his thumb and almost didn't even realize it until she got out of there, and some years went by, and then she began to process and heal and say, I went through things that I did not agree with, and that should not have happened to me. That's what her side would be saying. If I'm on Sean Combs' side, I'm saying that none of this came up while they were in a relationship, and that she brought this up after she walked away and realized that she could not continue her lifestyle and needed money to do so, and that's why this claim came here.
That's a great observation. This complaint mentions multiple third-party witnesses, also videos and photos. This evidence, which party could benefit most?
Yes, I think that evidence, physical evidence like videos and witnesses, are very important for the person bringing the claim. Remember, Cassie has to prove this claim. All that Sean Combs has to do is make it so it's unbelievable, but Cassie has to prove it. And when you're talking about especially sexual assault and things like that, normally what a jury looks for is, did something come out contemporaneous to when the assault happened? Was there a friend that she told about the next day that she called crying saying, Sean Combs hit me in the face or made me do something I didn't want to do? Does she have things that date back to when these things happened? That's the easiest way to convince people that she's not making this up after the fact, is by having that evidence that was made around the time that these things happened. That's her best hope for convincing people, and I think that they put that in the complaint because they want people to realize or know that they have these things in the bag, and they're prepared to come forward with them.
Like, as they like to say, that she's brought receipts to the table, basically. So to wrap up the analysis, do you believe this will go to trial, or are you predicting a financial settlement?
So with the clients that I have, before it gets to the point of the lawsuit, I say, listen, is this something that you want to resolve? Let's do it now before it becomes public. It was made clear that Sean Combs' camp and Cassie's camp had conversations before this lawsuit came out. I'm thinking that if he was going to settle it, he would have done it before she filed the lawsuit. He was aware that a lawsuit was coming. So you have to wonder whether he said, I'm going to fight this to the end, and that's why she brought the lawsuit, because he wasn't willing to pay what she wanted him to pay. And that means this may go all the way. It will be very interesting to see. We'll see what the proof is, but we may go the distance on this.
Dante Mills, thank you very much for your legal analysis and expertise.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody. So there we have it. You know, this is a situation where, you know, hey, I want money. I was with you. I put up with this, or I'm not going to pay you all of this money. You know, this law opened up. So she was able to file under the Survivors Act in New York, and that's what Cassie Ventura did. Cassie Ventura decided that she wanted to be paid for the abuse, the alleged abuse. Again, everybody, we have to remember everything is alleged until they have went to court and he has been found guilty or she comes with the receipts. So all of this is alleged. But woo, all I know is the floodgates of hell opened up for Diddy. Again, I want to thank you all for joining me so much. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Moving forward now, fast forwarding to exactly what's going on now, because this happened in November of 2023 when Cassie Ventura filed the lawsuits against P. Diddy. They had 1 year. Now we're going to fast forward to the year of 2024 where everyone is being exposed. Lord have mercy. Ooh, help me, help me, help me, help me. So again, as I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow, we're going to fast forward to 2024. The floodgates of hell opened up for P. Diddy when Cassie Ventura issued a civil lawsuit for money, not a criminal lawsuit. And right now, I'm going to fast forward to 2024.
Sean Diddy Combs breaks his silence after federal agents raid his homes. After authorities conducted a raid of two of the rapper's multi-million-dollar mansions on March 25th, the star reacts in a statement to E! News. An attorney for Diddy says, quote, "Yesterday there was a gross overuse of military-level force as search warrants were executed at Mr. Combs' residences. There is no excuse for the excessive show of force and hostility exhibited by authorities or the way his children and employees were treated." It continues, clarifying, "Mr. Combs was never detained but spoke to and cooperated with authorities. Despite media speculation, neither Mr. Combs nor any of his family members have been arrested, nor has their ability to travel been restricted restricted in any way. The statement says this unprecedented ambush, paired with an advanced coordinated media presence, leads to a premature rush to judgment of Mr. Combs and is nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. There has been no finding of criminal or civil liability with any of these allegations. Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. E-News has reached out to the Department of Homeland Security for a response to Diddy's allegations and has not yet heard back. It comes as federal authorities from Homeland Security executed search warrants ordered by the Southern District of New York at Sean's home in Los Angeles, as well as at a Miami property belonging to the music mogul. A source familiar with the investigation tells NBC News the inspection of the properties may be connected to a federal investigation related to allegations of sex trafficking, sexual assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms, after 3 lawsuits were filed against a 54-year-old back in November. Since the investigation started, 3 women and a man have been interviewed in Manhattan about the accusations, and 3 more interviews have been scheduled according to the source. Diddy denied the accusations last year, with a spokesperson telling E! News the claims involving alleged misconduct against Mr. Combs from over 30 years ago and filed at the last minute are all completely denied and rejected by him. He recognizes this as a money grab. The federal inquiry into Diddy's homes also arrives 4 months after the Bad Boy Records founder reached a settlement with his ex-girlfriend Cassie over her lawsuit accusing him of rape and abuse. Cassie, whose full name is Cassandra Ventura, said in a November 17 statement to NBC News, in part, "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control." Diddy, who denied all the Me and You singers' allegations, also released a statement following the settlement, saying the former couple, who split in 2018, had decided to resolve this matter amicably.
Okay, everybody. Woo, woo, woo. Woo. Lord have mercy. Woo. Hold on. We're going to take a break for 1 quick minute. We're going to take a break. Woo, woo, woo. Now, here is a picture of P. Diddy with Cassandra Ventura. I want to give my opinion. My opinion of Diddy going down is, hey, who mad at you? And also, baby, you got to realize, once these people, the music executives, everyone get what they want out of you, it's over with. My personal opinion, I feel, is that no black man will leave this earth who has earned billions of dollars. They will not be untouched, and their legacies will be destroyed. America is a forgiving country, Americans. But when it comes to our people, they're not forgiving. This type of alleged behavior has been going on since the beginning of time. This has been going on in Hollywood. It's unfortunate that you, P. Diddy, and any other artist that has been bought down, that you thought, anybody thought that they were untouchable. They will follow you for 30 years. P. Diddy could have become a preacher by now, but they still would not let him have a clean legacy. Now, this lawsuit, I would like to know who told him just to settle, because as soon as he settled this lawsuit, the floodgates of hell opened up for Diddy. Now, I do want to say, if the alleged allegations are true, you, P. Diddy, have been an abuser of women and men, allegedly. When I think of a video of a young Justin Bieber and Usher, I shake my head. When I think of Biggie Small, I shake my head. When I think of Kim Porter, I shake my head. I shake my head. And this is Justin Bieber at a young age. When I think of a young Justin Bieber and a young Usher and their mothers sent them to whatever his name was at the time, Puff Daddy, whatever, I think about mothers who trusted this man to make their children famous. Now, when I say that, I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to say P. Diddy is innocent and it's the parents' fault. Because Usher and Justin Bieber's mom have always made it be known that they did not like P. Diddy and what P. Diddy had did to their boys. Okay? I want that to be known. I'm not putting 100% blame on the parents, because this happens all the time, where parents send their children to be trained for Olympics. They train them for everything. But as we are finding out, you can't trust not one person to be with your children. Parents, I'm going to say this. If you cannot go with your child to become a gymnast, a singer, a swimmer, anything, where there are people in the professionals industry, from Hollywood to swimming to acting, then don't send your child, because we have to look at every person you send your child to is an alleged person who has other desires than to make your child famous. Again, we will never know the truth. I'm mad because where is Me Too? Where is the mute P. Diddy? Where is the have radio stations stop playing his music? I want that same energy they had for R. Kelly given to P. Diddy. See, we have selected outrage. Do everybody know that in the R. Kelly case, that most of the parents knew where their children, their daughters, was at? We can never forget about Angelo and Alice Clary, who pimped their daughter Azriel out. So this is a whole different story. But see, then again, hey, I got to hold up on my words. I can say this is a different story, but we'll never know until criminal charges are brought against P. Diddy, if there will be criminal charges. I will say this. If they found any evidence in P. Diddy's homes, boy, you stupid. If you kept anything in your homes and they found it, any video recordings, you deserve to be prosecuted and sent away. You have had months to get rid of your evidence. So if there's any tapes or video, that's on you. Also, let me be clear. I pray for all involved, from the alleged victims to the alleged abusers. This P. Diddy situation is awful. He has children. The victims have children. We don't know, allegedly, how they were raised. We don't know if P. Diddy has allegedly raised the boys that he raised, allegedly, to be abusive men. We do not know what these children saw. And all of this is alleged. We don't know how the alleged victims have taken out their pain and hurt on their children. And this is all alleged, okay? Alleged. Then we have the alleged unaliving of who he had daughters by. Like, this is so deep. I just can't even imagine. Allegedly thinking that all of this is alleged. The views and opinions expressed are those of April Showers Network. Can you imagine two beautiful twin girls dealing with the fact that allegedly your father unalived your mother, and then the kid that he adopted of Kim Porter's, the son, where allegedly something was supposed to have happened to Mr. Al B. Sure. This P. Diddy situation, oh my goodness. My head is spinning. It's way too much. This is deeper. Then we have the alleged unaliving of Biggie. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes you want to just hypnotize me. Who has a son and a mother. We have the notorious B.I.G. or Biggie Small. He was known as well. All I can say is this is an awful mess for everybody that's involved. And I personally hope that people can learn a lesson from these Hollywood people. This is crazy. We have alleged victims that have been men and women, allegedly. So we want to pray for all involved. And let me tell you something. I believe something happened. Something happens in all of these cases. Now, do I believe it's related to money? Some people want peace. The industry, you got the music industry. It's a lot involved with this. So I want to say, I pray for all that's involved. I hope everybody gets the mental help that they need. The alleged victims, because they are alleged. No one has went to court. He has not been found guilty. The alleged victims, women and men, the alleged children that they have tried to implicate that was there. We want them to get the help that they need so they know that this is not normal behavior. This is April Showers. I want to thank you all for watching my video. It's awful that this has happened, but 2024 is the year of everyone being exposed. And when I tell you, I'm like, this is way too much. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's pray for the children of the alleged abuser and the alleged victims. This is April Showers. I thank you for watching my show. Peace out. Everyone have a good day. Everyone remember, you have to be with your children. Now, see, when I look at these type of situations, I have to look at, well, why is all of this coming out? And the conclusion that I have come up with, me, April Showers, and this is just my opinion, is that the year of exposing is letting people know to escort your children at all times, and please, if you feel as though your child can become a superstar, a singer, a swimmer, a gymnast, whatever, you have to be there when they're following their dreams. No child should be left alone with anyone. And I think that is what the higher power is trying to let parents know. We parents became too trustworthy with sending their children to become famous, regardless if it was from music, sports, entertainment. I think the message is here. We've got to protect our children, or the children are our future. I think that's the message. And again, until there are laws that are passed, we do know there are some parents that will allegedly, and there are some parents where it has been proven they have sold their children to the highest bidder, or they sent their children to be with the superstar because they wanted to be famous. I think we, the people, need to get in place or start writing our local elected officials to put in place a law that will prosecute parents that send their children to be groomed for money. Again, there needs to be a law where parents will be prosecuted who have actually sold their children for money. Again, I thank you all for listening to my video. This is April Showers. Peace out. This is awful, but everyone can be healed. Thank you for listening to my video today. Have a great night. Thank you.